Welcome to the Applications.com Ultimate Guide to Interviewing, a web series where we evaluate real responses to common interview questions and then give you tips on how to provide the best answers. In today's episode, we cover, Tell me about yourself. We asked this question at a mock interview, and here's a response we heard.
Well, besides from what you can see on my resume, that I have that background in engineering. Other than that, other things about myself are that I've lived in Northeast Ohio for most of my life, except for trips out of state for school and work. I have run 4 marathons and various shorter distances. I enjoy pretty much any sort of sports. I have one brother and many cousins, and I enjoy being with my family. Other than that, I also like to travel. I like to read, and I'd also like to do a triathlon someday.
This answer is okay, but it's a bit off target. He opens up about his personal life by talking about his interests and hobbies, family, and even where he grew up. But although he does give good insight into his life outside of work, which is great, he doesn't then give us any kind of clue of what he would be like at work. And you want to remember that with any interview question, it's not as much about you as it's about the employer. So you want to at least talk about yourself in a way that could relate to the job. And you want to do this by highlighting qualities that would show that you'd be a benefit to the employer. So here's an example with a candidate interviewing for a customer service-based job. And I want you to notice how he highlights qualities that an employer looking for someone for that role would really be interested in.
Well, I'm a young, energetic guy who loves Star Wars, and loves to work with people and figure out what they like. And one of the things I've done to really express myself to other people is start an art business that would, adhere to a customer's, likes and dislikes, and kind of work with them to, make their dreams and their goals possible. And I'm the kind of guy who absolutely loves to work with people.
If you're still having trouble crafting your answer, I have an easy structure for you to follow. You just have to answer 3 questions. First, who are you professionally? So with this part of the answer, you're describing where you are in your career. And this means talking about things like the number of years of experience you have in your industry, the degrees that you have or that you're working to attain, and tools that you're proficient with or use on a regular basis. So a good answer to start out with the who are you professionally, let's say we're a graphic designer. So an example could be, I'm a graphic designer with over 3 years of experience at a small boutique agency. I frequently use Photoshop and InDesign to create everything from print advertisements to logos. So after you've described who you are professionally, you want to answer what makes you great. So with this, you want to mention your main strengths, and particularly you want to pick those that are important to the role. And you want to drive the point home by highlighting an example of how one of your strengths really makes you great at what you do. So with our graphic design example, you could say something like, in my time as a graphic designer, I've discovered I'm a great communicator. I'm really proficient at understanding the client's wants and needs and creating exactly what they envision the first time around. That way they don't have to send anything back for future fixes, and it really speeds up the whole process, which they appreciate because clients always love a quick turnaround. Now that you've proven that you're excellent at what you do, you can finally wrap up your response by answering this question: what do you want? See, here you're showing what you want out of your next job, and you can even talk about the career goals that you have. You just want to show that this job is part of your plan for your career. So with our graphic design example, you could say something like, now I'm looking for bigger challenges and I want to work at a mid-size agency with well-established clients. This is why your position is very appealing to me. Remember, interviewers are expecting this answer to be about 60 to 90 seconds long, so you really want to avoid getting off track. And now that you know this 3-step response, you'll find it much easier to answer this question. And even though it seemed daunting at first, it's really quite easy when you break it down. Applications.com is a job hunting resource with hundreds of employer bios, company-specific interview tips, and an expansive library of insightful videos. Now, we've taken our deep knowledge base and refined it into one easy-to-use document. Introducing the official Applications.com ebook, in person, on paper, online, the ultimate guide to job hunting. Your go-to resource for career advice, this downloadable document guides you through the ins and outs of the modern job search process. Whether you want to learn how to conduct a successful job hunt from start to finish or need quick tips before an interview, our ebook helps you get the job you're after. Click on the book to download your copy today.